I don't like the wire on my left side.
Wait, is that like...
It's one wire.
Oh, okay.
So,
all right.
Because they're Bluetooth, and then they only need one wire for the headphone.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Welcome to the Morning Ramble. I'm Matt.
I'm Eric.
Today we have a few random stories for you. Nothing really that's, like, cohesive in any way.
Nope. When is it ever?
I mean, yeah. This episode is brought to you by a vague memory creeping in from out of nowhere. A feeling of nostalgia and deep loss.
For some reason, I felt like you were going to say this episode brought to you by SeatGeek, and then because that's all the other. Well, no, all the YouTube videos I watch. That is like one of the most common like online sponsors to like some of the like DeFranco. And
that would be awesome.
SeatGeek, get your seats fast on the app at the lowest price. Blah 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 blah. SeatGeek, reach out to us.
Okay, so
whatever you are.
Our first story is. All right, so have you ever noticed sometimes you'll see a headline on an article and you'll be like, that's fairly interesting, and then you click on it
and it's not,
and it's like way less interesting.
It happens all the time.
So the headline was, man found inside vehicle's trunk at Mannheim auto auction, and this was from May 30th.
Wait, so this was at an auction?
Yes. A person was found in the trunk compartment of a vehicle arriving for sale at Mannheim auto auction yard in Lancaster County Thursday. Northern Lancaster County Regional Police Chief Dave Steffen said, somehow this guy got in the trunk of this car, and his agency is investigating. Steffen said the man is expected to be released from the hospital after receiving medical treatment, but isn't identifying the man or the nature of the treatment of his injuries. He was found in the trunk shortly after noon Tuesday as workers were inspecting the vehicle. Police said they would release no further details about his condition or identity. Attempts to reach the auto auction were not successful. So basically, this dude was just in the trunk.
I find it suspicious that they don't want to release any other information. Like, is it something weird going on? I mean, it's weird in general already. I'm just saying.
Now, it says a person, so I don't know if that means, like, maybe it's a minor or something.
Yeah.
So it could be.
Maybe it was a child, so they have to,
then they can't.
Laws
then they can't release the name or anything.
That makes sense.
So I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. That's interesting. Maybe we'll have a follow up on that at some point.
What did it say? What car it was, or no?
No.
What kind of car? Because a lot of the newer cars, you can pop the back seats down. There's like usually like a little black tag that you can pull on.
Yep.
I don't understand why they didn't think of that.
Yeah, that's sort of a thing. Like, I don't know exactly what this person was.
It's either a child and it was an accident, or it was a really embarrassing story for whatever adult is in
It's
there.
like The Hangover.
Yeah.
Like, it was the dude from The Hangover.
Oh, man. I just watched that recently, actually. I rewatched it.
And how was it?
It's pretty funny. It's still just, I mean, I don't remember the second or third one, but the first one is really funny.
Well, I remember, like, going to the theater. This is a weird tangent we've gotten on here.
That's fine.
I remember going to the theater and watching The Hangover 2, and I was like, eh. And then I went to the theater and watched The Hangover 3, and I was like, this isn't good. This is not good.
Yeah, nothing beat the first one. I thought I don't really remember the second one. I remember thinking that it was okay, and I don't even know if I watched the third one. I can't even remember one thing about it.
Yeah.
I'm sure someone was lost and they had to find them at a wedding.
I'm pretty sure that I went to see the third one because somebody else wanted to see the third one, and I was just like, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I can deal with this.
So anyway,
we've
people
got
locked in trunks.
We've got another story. This one was from May 22nd, 2019.
Okay.
So beehives in Texas set on fire, killing 500,000 bees. So beehives are getting massively destroyed in Texas. That is seriously one of the most hurtful ways to impact the future of our world. Blah, 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 blah. The town is raging. It's in Alvin in Brazoria County, Texas. So the town is Alvin.
Okay.
There are also chipmunks there. Yeah, that was a bad joke. I'm sorry.
I didn't even catch. Oh, I get it, Alvin. Okay. Go ahead. That's the second joke today you've had to explain to me. Earlier,
I'm not
before
at my
we
best.
started, no, the other one that actually was a good joke. I don't remember the joke, but it made sense. I just didn't get it. All right, go ahead.
So it's like this is bee breeding season, so there will be less flowers pollinated and stuff. And yeah, that's completely true. That it is a big blow to.
Do they say why though? Like who burned them and
thing.
why?
They don't know.
Well, I recently watched a documentary on Netflix. It's called Rotten. There's about 6 episodes, and each of them have to do with different like parts of the agricultural world in the U.S. And one episode is designated to bees, which I'm sure everyone knows. Bees are very endangered, I guess, and it's even hard to like keep them alive, and a lot of beekeepers are having a hard time. But like they were saying how like a lot of bees, like they move them to California in the winter to pollinate almond trees, and they move them back, but then a lot die if they transport them, and it's like I encourage you to go watch it if you're interested in it. But one of the things that happened during the documentary to one of the biggest beekeepers in Montana was someone stole his bees.
What?
Yes, he left like I forget what different hives like all throughout this field in Montana, and someone came and stole his bees, and I thought it was the craziest thing. So I thought maybe this was something like that, like maybe another beekeeper sabotaging another one. But I guess it was an ex-beekeeper who lost his bees to natural causes, so he was stealing people's bees, and I thought it was the strangest thing. But I thought maybe it's like someone who was, revenge on another beekeeper. Anyway, it's an interesting documentary.
Anyway, to go back to the first story, we have an update.
We have an update on the guy in the trunk?
We do.
Okay.
Man found in trunk of car at Mannheim Auto Auction, identified as fugitive from New York. Now it's interesting.
And see, now we get it.
Now it's suddenly interesting.
When was that? Update? Like today or yesterday?
It was 2 days ago.
Oh.
So I just decided to look it up quick just to see if there was an update, because I pulled that story a couple days ago.
He was a stowaway.
So,
and he couldn't get out.
Leon Parks, who was found in the trunk of a car delivered at the Mannheim Auto Auction on Tuesday, is a fugitive wanted in New York State on parole violations and weapons charges. So he's 25, from the Bronx.
He apparently does not know how to open up a trunk.
He doesn't know how to open up
car.
Trunks. He was taken to the hospital for treatment, and afterwards he was taken to Lancaster County Prison to await extradition to New York. Wow.
Well, I didn't even think about that.
What a twist.
So,
just quick screen grab of that.
It didn't say what car it was, right?
Nope.
Oh, man, I was really...
Wait, no, it did, actually.
Oh, okay. Wait.
Hang on.
Because if it's anything above like a 2005, like...
It was a Dodge Challenger Hellcat. I don't know what that is.
I don't know, but it sounds expensive.
All right, let me just look up Dodge Challenger.
Dodge Challenger Hellcats. No, seriously, look them up. Because I have no idea what that is.
It's like the third most searched thing.
Oh. You can tell we're car people.
It looks like a Dodge Challenger. That's what it looks like.
Okay.
So I would imagine that indeed there's
sure
probably a trunk release.
I'm sure it's a newer car because crappy cars don't go. Well, crappy cars do go to auction, but I'm sure it was a expensive car.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, we're really on top of things, but hey, now you know. Now we know.
And now I could put a Dodge Challenger Hellcat in the thumbnail. So
yeah,
there's a plus.
And a guy in the trunk.
And the guy coming, the guy from Hangover, jumping out of it,
just rising up. All right. So third story, kind of banging right through them today. Elizabeth Warren says she wants to make it legal to indict presidents.
This isn't new.
Well, yeah, of course she's just spouting out about it now.
It's all political. We're in the political game now. You can have an opinion on it, right or wrong. I mean, my opinion, it's not so much that I'm against it. I'm definitely not. It's just there's a huge political motive right now with everyone running and the whole thing with Trump and Mueller and stuff. So, yeah.
I'm just trying to go through and see if I can grab anything interesting from this story, but
there's
nothing interesting.
Well, from that, since I just mentioned him, the Mueller came out and he commented on his Mueller report.
Yeah, his report.
His report, and how he felt Barr did, summarizing it, and it's pretty much more of the same of what we heard. Literally nothing new. He did not say anything new. He just pretty much said, there's no collusion. There's possible obstruction of justice, but nothing's proven. But yet we can't say he's guilty, but yet he's not innocent, and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I don't know. It's a bunch of no answers, in my opinion. It's a little, I don't know. I know we were talking about it earlier, and you're like saying special counsels are like,
It seems silly.
Yeah, and it does. And I feel
because
like
they don't really have any power.
We're talking about millions. I'm just thinking about the broader. We're talking about. I'm not saying it shouldn't have been investigated. That's not what I'm saying. It definitely should have, and we did find a lot of things out from this report. But it's like millions of dollars spent on this, and you can't even come to a conclusion. Seriously, there is no conclusion. I mean, with the whole with the president of the United States, you have no conclusion. I mean, obviously with Flynn, he's going to be on. I think he has some testimonies coming out now, and Trump's old campaign manager had a bunch of financial charges and fraud put against him, and obviously Comey. I mean, there's again a bunch of stuff came from this, but everyone's focus was the president of the United States, and he has no conclusion.
Right.
I don't know. That's my point, and that's why I think it's crazy how people are just shouting different things and from it. I mean, if you want to judge him on something else, sure, but. Anyway,
I mean, do I think that it's kind of silly that you can't really indict the president? Yeah.
Yeah, he's a person. He shouldn't be. He's not above the law. So
exactly.
why can't we indict the president? But then I'm sure there's some national security reason why you can't. I don't know. I don't. I mean,
I thought that's what a vice president was for.
True.
For when a president dies or becomes otherwise.
Well, no, I mean, like, if you indict him and bring him before Congress, there might be some stuff he just can't say. I don't know. I'm sure there's a reason. I don't know. I don't really have an opinion
about
on this.
having people answer directly to Congress.
Yeah.
That's weird because Congress, they are lawmakers, yes, but they are not judges.
No.
So it's like if something like that were to happen, would indeed we have to come up with a different court to do? Because I can't see the Supreme
an indictment
Court doing
isn't
it.
really bringing criminal charges to him. It's just more so questioning to find out if there was any criminal activity or, I don't know, unethical actions, I guess you could
but
say.
generally indictments come before court cases. When it comes to criminal cases, you go to an indictment
that's the other thing that makes this weird is that Robert Mueller, he is an attorney, and it's not like he was acting as a power of attorney in this. He wasn't acting as the prosecution. He was just this investigating, I guess, and that was it. That's why it is such a strange thing. I don't know. It's weird. I mean, it's over. I have a feeling. I know a lot of Democrats now are calling for impeachment, which a lot of them are the ones that are running. I mean, that you could do it. I mean, Democrats hold the House, so they can do whatever they want. I mean, we got less than 2 years left of his first term.
I mean, the fact of the matter is, and I'm not saying this to disparage anybody who thinks that the president should be impeached. Mm-hmm. Everybody has their own views.
Yeah.
But the process of impeachment is so long and tedious and pricey. It just opens up a whole new can of worms.
Yeah.
If you are confident that your party is going to win next election, then I wouldn't worry about it right now. But the thing is, a few of these people calling for impeachment, pretty much any of them would probably be Pence. Because Pence, he's not Trump. Pence isn't Trump.
No,
and Pence
is nothing like Trump, to
he's
be
not
quite honest.
Super well-spoken.
Well, that also doesn't mean Pence would run if Trump was impeached. I don't know.
Yeah, I would just think that's what they would kind of be thinking. I don't know. It's hard to say.
If Mueller came out with a different conclusion, and I keep to say collusion. Conclusion, I think we'd have a different discussion. But I mean, we're almost into, the 2020 primaries. Next year is the election, and if he is such an awful president, vote him out.
I mean, that's basically
that is
how
it. The
works.
people have the information. The politicians have the information. It is now in the Democrats' court. And if somehow Trump wins again, then I don't know what are you going to say,
I mean, if he somehow wins again, then it would be the Democratic Party's fault.
Yeah.
Because if they're not reaching out to people who they used to have, like Democrats used to pretty much hold a lot of the rural.
It's pretty insane
white population.
that Pennsylvania is always 50-50, so it's pretty insane Pennsylvania went red.
I was shocked.
I don't think it's going to go red again, though.
I don't think so, but
we'll see.
I mean, it is hard to say.
Yeah.
As last election basically just solidified.
Yeah.
Polls are not.
Yeah, but as far as Elizabeth Warren saying she wants to indict, I mean, unless someone can bring to my attention some national security reason why the president can't be indicted, I'm not against it. Why not?
Yeah.
So, you have another story?
I do.
All right.
I do have another story, and it has to do with China tariffs.
Oh, cool. Very exciting.
Well, yes.
Get on the edge of your seat. All right, go ahead.
So the story is no more $1 guarantee. Dollar stores raising prices after Trump announces tariffs. So basically it's like routers contacted Dollar Tree and Dollar General, who are both warning customers that prices will go up for U.S. shoppers due to rising tariffs in President Donald Trump's trade war with China. I want to make it perfectly clear. I used to work for Dollar Tree at the distribution center, and almost everything came from China.
I had an interview there, and I looked around, and then I left. Go ahead.
Good call. Dollar General executive said the retailer was working with vendors to mitigate the impact, but said items will likely cost more in the future. Even with these efforts, we believe our shoppers will be facing higher prices as 2019 progresses. Dollar General Chief Financial Officer John Garrett told Analysis on a post-earnings call Thursday. That was a really long title that guy had. We expect that it will be impactful to both businesses and especially to customers in general. Dollar Tree President and CEO Gary Philbin, who I imagine is Regis Philbin's brother.
No research into that. We're just going to say
no research. I'm just saying.
Philbin.
So basically, Dollar Tree has already been quietly testing a Dollar Tree Plus collection of products that cost more than $1 at some stores this month. And by the way, that's not new.
No.
That's been going up for years.
Yeah.
The company said last major dollar store chain to keep prices at $1 or less said it would expand the higher prices to more than 100 stores soon. With its everything $1 model, Dollar Tree has remained one of the most unique, differentiated, and defensible brand concepts in all of retail. However, we have always been a test and learn organization that has committed to evaluating all opportunities, yada, 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 yada.
Yeah.
Philbin is way less, interesting than his brother. Just
Who
throwing
wants
that
to
out
be
there.
a millionaire?
Who wants to eat a million bears? I'm sorry.
Gummy bears, not real ones.
So basically, Dollar General partnership with Western Union for customers to transfer money, and adding alcohol to 1,000 of Dollar Tree's family dollar stores.
Wait, dollar alcohol?
No, they're adding. They're literally the dollar store near my house is gonna be getting alcohol.
This whole thing. I don't shop at Dollar Tree. Honestly, I never set foot in a Dollar Tree until several years ago. But some things in there, I'm afraid to buy for $1. It shouldn't be $1. Especially the food items in the back by the freezers. You go in there and you look around, and you're like, why is that only $1? I don't want to eat it.
Yes,
it's strange.
Especially knowing that I could have stood on it
Yeah, or
at some point,
or worse.
Yeah, there were some stories that I will not say because I don't want to get implicated.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it's a lot of junk. It's just a lot of junk. It's a lot of unnecessary junk.
Yeah. I go to Dollar Tree.
Yeah, I was in there the other day.
There are a couple things that I will get there.
I bought a light bulb. It's still working.
I'll get stuff like that. Stuff like USB cords and stuff.
Really?
Uh-huh.
No way.
It works fine.
I wouldn't trust my phone with a $1 cable.
Works fine. I don't get it for my phone or anything. I get it for like PS4 controllers or whatever.
Okay.
Batteries,
and
I get there.
Copper, I guess.
Like sponges, cleaning supplies and stuff.
Yeah.
I get there. But there are a lot of things, like if you need a padlock for your luggage or something, yeah, it's $1.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it. This sounds like a Dollar Tree commercial now.
I don't know. I don't really care about Dollar Tree. This is when you go, because you're rich.
But it's also Dollar Tree owns Family Dollar.
Yes, I did learn that when I went for my interview, that I didn't realize Dollar Tree owns Family Dollar and then Dollar General is its own entity.
Mm-hmm.
I would think it'd be the other way around because they're both green, Dollar General and Dollar Tree.
Well, there was a time where actually Dollar General was looking into buying Family Dollar.
Yeah.
But that fell through, and then Dollar Tree ended up buying them.
Family Dollar is not that cheap. I don't know why. It's considered a dollar store.
Yeah, but it's a family of dollars, so many dollars.
Family of dollars.
See?
Could be 5, could be 6, could be 7.
Yeah. If you want to go in there and you want your Sega Classic Genesis game with 30 games preloaded on there, you're going to be paying $30-$40. That's how it is.
Ugh. That's gross. It's called the phone. I'm sure there's an app on there somewhere.
Actually, you can get a RetroPie for really cheap online, and it will literally have like all the games from all of the retro systems.
I think you told me that.
And I have one, and they're amazing.
But
for around the same price. So just get that. Anyway, do you have anything else we want to talk about this week?
I think there was a political story that I had, but I don't want to end on a low note since we got done talking about dollar stuff.
That's the high note?
That's the high note. Okay, no, there was something. Ted Cruz and AOC, did you see this?
No.
Wait, you didn't?
Wait, no, yes I did. Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
So
actually.
AOC came out with a tweet. I'll put it up. I don't have it on my phone now, but I can grab it. She put out that ex-congressmen and senators should not be lobbyists for corporations on the Hill. And Ted Cruz followed up and said, if you're serious about this, I completely agree with you, not something I say every day. And I will help you with this bill. And then she's like, yes, I'll definitely co-sponsor this with you. So kind of crazy because they are literally polar opposites on any spectrum. What do you think about that?
I think it's great.
Yeah, I mean,
whenever I see the two sides,
it doesn't even matter.
It doesn't
even matter what they're agreeing on.
Like literally, if they were agreeing on a pizza party, I'd be like,
we're agreeing.
Yeah, all right. This is a start. This is a start.
Yeah, it could literally be everything and literally anything. It's okay with it. I saw some people why would you prevent a private citizen from not being able to have a type of job? I don't know. I agree with it because,
if you have inside knowledge of how the system works,
and then all of a sudden you're hired, and and honestly, you probably have a lot of pull with some of your coworkers. I mean, you were just a senator for 12 years, and now you're working for Coca-Cola. I don't know who the heck, NRA, whatever. You're working for someone. You definitely have some pull, and you have some, favors to cash in on. I don't know. I've seen House of Cards. I know how it works.
Yeah, you get to really like this guy as an actor. It turns out he's a fucking predator.
Now I'm just sad because Kevin Spacey is so good in that show. I mean, and if you haven't seen it, it's so good. The last season,
did they continue the show with him?
They did one season without him, and they killed him off, and it was awful. And I don't mean anything against Robin Wright, I think plays the wife. She is a fantastic actress, but the writing was very poor, and it was also very not true to the characters, to the remaining ones that were on the show. I think they could have did it better, but I don't know. They should have just.
Well, I mean, that's kind of like the whole Game of Thrones thing right now.
Oh,
like everybody's like, oh, it sucks. Everything about it sucks. We need a rewrite.
No, it's done. It's over with. They're coming out with a prequel.
I guess Benioff and Stanley, is that their name?
D.B. Weiss and David Benioff.
I guess they're
doing the Star Wars.
Star Wars?
Yes, they are. They are great writers. The last season, honestly, I've come at first. I was very upset, like everyone else. I came to the conclusion that if everything happened the same exact way, but over, let's say, 2 more seasons, I probably would have loved it, and everyone else would have too. It just didn't have room to breathe.
Right.
They tried their hardest. I could tell. Like they did give some very small character spots for people to try to let the story play out, but it was just too quick.
Just too rushed.
It was too rushed, and honestly, I think probably some of it had to do with Disney. They have another project coming up. They've been doing this for 10 years. On to something new. So, but it is what it is. The show is still an amazing show. And we'll see how Star Wars plays out. I don't really care, but
I'm sure it'll be great.
Sure, it'll be Star Wars.
Ish.
I'm sure there'll be a new type of robot that's in toy form for people to buy, and it will be called B2B2 or something, or Little Beep. I don't know. Have some kind of weird.
It's a Little Beep. It's called Little Beep, but it's just it's a SoundCloud rapper robot.
Some have some kind of weird Teletubbies name.
It has face tattoos. All right.
It'll be a gender non-conforming robot. I don't know.
I'm into it. All right,
we're done now.
Have a good day, everybody. It'll be a gender non-conforming robot.
I don't know. I'm just saying things now.
Aren't all robots gender?
No.